Alright, this is Final Fight. And but before we start the game, make sure that I had put everything on 9 lives. Yep. I did not change the difficulty in any shape, form, or fashion. In fact, I've even lowered it and saw that little to no difference. They're slightly less aggressive, but not by enough. Choose between Cody and Hagar. Hagar is a powerhouse and Cody's a martial artist. Cody. Interesting. Yeah, too bad he doesn't look quite as good as Cody in this game, eh? You know who I'm talking about. Evil Glare. Now, there is one thing you're going to be doing a lot in this game, and it's that move right there. Whether you're Cody or Hagar, you have a move. It's a super move that will allow you to knock out all the enemies around you and prevent you from taking any more damage than you have to. That is a life-saving tip right there. Although when you use it and you hit somebody, you lose a small amount of health, but the health you will save by using that move is makes it quite inconsequential. So if you're getting punched, you may as well go ahead and hit the buttons, which is B and Y to initiate it, and you'll save yourself some health. It's a great speedrunning tip. It's a great survival tip. And if you want to get through the game, or at least make it halfway through, you're going to have to use that. Oh, I hate those guys in those radioactive jackets. They call themselves 2P. I think it's 2-piece. I'm not too sure. All that gangster stupid bullshit and whatnot. But they do act like real gangsters. They wait till your back is turned and jump you. And as you can obviously tell, I'm not a fan of the gangsta lifestyle. Not a fan of wearing my pants down halfway past my knees, but that's another story. Yeah, what you're going to be wanting to do, majority of the time, if you want to grapple, you punch them, move forward. If you're not close enough still, punch them again, and then you should be close enough to grab them. And if you're using Cody, just hit Y three times for the knees. And I'm sorry if I can't talk right. 2 weeks ago I had 5 teeth removed on my right side. I'm still trying to find a good way to talk without sounding like some toothless hick. Yeah, I guess that's another reason why I've been making videos. Besides the fact I got a job. Hurrah. I'm going into work tomorrow. Work 4 days next week. It's going to be lots of fun. Oh, and those guys. Those Indian motherfuckers. 3 words for those buttfuckers that are called Hollywood. Trail of Tears. Fuck you. And that's really depressing for me to say that, but the game does bring out that kind of rage in me. And before you say, oh, you're racist against Indians, well, I'm a quarter Cherokee, so blow me. And just get off track a little bit. Don't feel sorry for the Indians that we took their land. They own fucking casinos. They're fucking made. Leave them alone. They're more corrupt than the white men. Okay, back to the game. Yeah, these guys that are 2-piece that wear those jackets or whatever, I like to call them backstabbers because that's all they do. They're worse than their Dougs or Jakes or whatever. Those guys move around like they're on crack and will fucking get behind you faster than you can say, what the, and then you're hit. I'd buy 1 or 2 punches or a full combo. Either way, it's health that you should be saving right here, motherfucker. Got cheap. And like Streets of Rage, the worst part of a boss fight is all the lackeys involved. It's not the boss himself, it's the lackeys, because they are the greatest distraction of anything. Oh god, and these assholes. You will be seeing a lot of them towards the end. He really got cheap there. I didn't like the way he laughed either, it just sort of rubs it in. See how much those 3 knees do? When you grab them, you're going to need to be quick. Because in this game, the first one, they can get out of your grapples very, very, very quickly. Which means you just can't take your time, knee them twice, and throw them, which really isn't that effective anyhow in this one. Okay, we get halfway through round 2 here, and then I end the video because I'm unaware of how much time I have left. I'll have to remedy that problem sooner or later, but oh well, I don't need to let a 15-minute video render anyhow. And those guys, they call themselves Slash, or sometimes they call themselves Axles. They can guard your shit, and they can do a double axe handle that will knock your health at least a quarter of the way down, if not halfway. And right here, grab the pipe and use it. And I mean, keep swinging it, don't stop, don't wait till you see them, just spam it. This game is cheap, you should play cheap. That's just the way it is. And there, right there, motherfucker, is Andor. I fucking hate Andor. But right now, at this point in time, he's not a huge issue. And that's just partly due because of the fact I have a pipe. See that fucker there named Simons, whatever the fuck ever, is more of a threat than Andor was. But later on, once you start getting 2 or 3 Andors on the screen at the same time, well, I can't guarantee your safety. See, that move right there will save your ass. It will save your dick from rotting and falling off. I believe there's 5 parts to this game. It's not a very long game. It's just very difficult. And I did get game overs, but I did those off screen. It's just a time saving thing. I'm not ashamed to say that I can't beat this game in less than 1 or 2 continues. In fact, I had to use the Game Genie, so. And we'll be getting to those of you who can actually beat the game legitimately later. Hollywood. Right. Those guys can be useful. If you let them take their knives out, you can knock it out of their hands and use it on them. And then throw them. Or if you're coding, you're close enough, you can actually stab them multiple times before it gets thrown. Yep, right there. But, as I said, you won't see the worst of Andor in these first couple of videos, or was that my last recording attempt? I'm not sure. But you won't see the worst of what Andor has to offer until later on. And Cecil the Paladin wholly agrees that Andor is probably one of the cheapest enemies in the game, besides guys who drop the flame molten cocktails. I got lucky there because he usually wants to do his Andor butt flop jump or whatever the fuck he calls it. And they can hit you while you're down, and you can't hit them while they're down. The best you can do is stand above them as they're getting up and just spam the punches until they get up and knock them into a combo. Also, another great tip: do not suffer from double dragon syndrome. They love to get on opposite sides of you and just have their way with you. Don't let them do that. Do whatever you can. Throw them to the other side of the other enemies, and you can group them together and combo them to death. And another great piece of advice: if an enemy is about to die, don't try to grapple them to finish them off. Do a jumping kick or something you know that you will get away with. Now there's Elgato. He's like a little mini boss of sorts. A lot of enemies will have fuck tons of health towards the end. Got lucky again. Andor is probably one of the only few gay guys in the world that can get away with walking around looking like that and proclaim proudly that he's gay. I mean, who's going to tell him, you know, you can't be gay? Who's going to tell him, you're a queer, fuck you, you know? Who's going to tell him that? I sure as hell wouldn't. Looks like he's like 9 feet tall and could probably bench press a bus. He's a lot like the guys from Double Dragon too. Do not insult their sexuality. But we're coming towards the end of part 1. We will be finishing up round 2 in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I haven't, and have a good one. Bye.